Hello my lovely Cancerians, welcome to your mid-June reading with me, Laurie, and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Welcome if you are not, thank you for joining me. So this month we're going to be using the Tarot of the Fairy. We're also going to be doing the Work Your Light Oracle deck just to see what energies you have coming around you from Spirit, and also we're going to be energy oracle cards just to give you a flavour of what other energies might be. Okay, so this is going to be for the 15th to the 30th of June. I did try and do this live, but for some reason the internet just hates me at the moment. It is absolutely drenching outside, which is why it's so dark. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I apologise if it is slightly darker than normal. But do bear with me. This is a typical British summer really, so there we go. What does Cancerians need to know for the month of June 2019, 15th to the 30th of June? What do Cancerians need to know? Ooh, the star. It's a really wrinkly cloth. I should sort it out. Okay, what does Cancerians need to know for the rest of the month of June, 15th to the 30th of June? Wow, okay. So you have a lot of major arcanas here. Alright, so let's see. I'm just trying to de-wrinkle this so they can all kind of be seen properly. Okay, so the star, I think they're calling me to do another one, so let me just see. Another one. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Wonderful. So the star is calling to me, first of all, being very strong spiritual wise. I feel like a lot of you are probably going to want to explore something very personal to you in the next 2 weeks of the month. There's a lot of hope, inspiration, generosity coming to you. I don't tend to read these, but it definitely is a case of looking to the future for you. There's something that feels like you are, okay, I'm getting myself around now. I'm actually seeing the positive side of things that I may not have been able to see before. So that's also being a good aspect for you, I would say. I feel like you are recovering from something because you do have the Hermit here. So when you have the Hermit, it does feel a little bit like you may have gone inwards a little just to see if there's something else that you need to do. Maybe you've been doing some shadow work or healing from something harmful that somebody else has said. Or maybe you had a little bit of a wobble and now you feel okay in health-wise, or you're just trying to get some certain places without feeling like you're overwhelming yourself, which is typical of a Cancerian because you can sometimes overwhelm yourself. One thing that I will say is that normally in the Hermit card they showed that you're holding a star, so you're actually feeling like you can let your inner spirit shine this month, or for the rest of this month. You may be starting to kind of tiptoe out of something or a situation, maybe around somebody you felt like you had to tread on eggshells because you weren't being as responded to as well as you wanted to be. They misunderstood you, which is almost, it's going to get worse if that's the case, because of the 7th of July we have Mercury in retrograde, but the moon here is very, very powerful, very intuitive, but it's also about illusions. I mean, in 2 of these it's like letting go of something, letting go of, you know, maybe the strains and the enforcements that society demands of you. So it is kind of saying, look, don't worry too much. I know it's easier said than done, believe me, but it's don't worry too much, just carry on as you normally can. I mean, something as well is Sagittarius. You may want to take a risk this month because full moon is in Sagittarius, and that's on the 17th of June, and you're probably going to want to have a look at other radical ways maybe of doing your health, because it's in your 6th house, and your 6th house is suggestion, your power over enemies as well. So it could be to do with the fact that you are actually standing up for yourself, but be careful that you don't mistake somebody's constructive criticism as an attack, because it could be that they're just trying, or they're in their own mind, they're trying to help you and they're well meaning in it, but you see it as a somebody's trying to be, you know, manipulative around me or tell me off or something. So just be careful that you are not coming out on the attack for a perceived attack, if that makes sense. And don't hold grudges this month if you can, because it could be that, you know, you are misreading the situation because we're going into the shadow phase of Mercury going retrograde. I'm not saying that you're oversensitive, Cancerians, but your empathy and your empathic nature can sometimes jumble what is going on, and you can misinterpret somebody else's feelings as your own. So I do feel that that's got to have some kind of clearance for you, and don't feel like you have to do too much for yourself either. Just try and maintain some sort of level that I think you can cope with. Don't let too many people take the mick, basically. But the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Eight of Autumn, in this one, this is basically having the patience and having the dedication to continue going and working at something. So you may want to explore your own pursuits, your own career, but the main thing to me is that you are developing your deep fascination in yourself, really. I do think that there's a lot coming through for you to be, you know, quite a promising, you know, almost like a I call it prodigy of something. Maybe, yeah, it says going back to school, learning something, you're training yourself. Maybe you're just taking a course online, or maybe you're self-teaching yourself tarot or something to get you into a more spiritual state of mind, because this here is all about understanding your own skills, working on them maybe internally, and then bringing them out to the front and actually seeing, okay, so how can I deal with this situation a little bit better than I did before? Oh, I didn't even see I didn't even see this written down because there's a reflection when I hold it to the camera. But it says, find or be a mentor. So yeah, be your own mentor, be your own teacher, be your own connection, because here it says education in the form of seminars, apprenticeships, craftsmanship, long-term projects. Maybe there's something that you really wanted to achieve and you haven't been able to do that yet, and you're feeling a little bit like, oh, it hasn't happened. Don't worry, Cancerians, you are going to do it. I feel that very strongly. So what is the Work Your Light Oracle card for your spiritual growth this month? Ooh, the top one wanted to come through for you. No. Basically, this is a perfect, I will get another one, but this is a perfect example of the Hermit. Just say no. No is sometimes the most spiritual word you can do. Like, no. No, I'm just not, no. It's very hard to say no, I know that. But sometimes, for instance, if you're feeling like, oh, they want me to go over here, they want me to go over there, I've been invited here, I've been invited there, they want me to take this on, say no. Like, can I have a 6-hour phone call with you to discuss my breakup? No. You can have an hour's coffee somewhere, but other than that, no. Know your limits, basically, and don't be afraid to stick by them. Don't be afraid to tell yourself that you are worth more. She's been coming out a lot lately. Warrior woman, have you answered? Have you answered your deepest calling? For most of us, it's probably no. I'm not going to lie. You probably wouldn't be looking at tarot readings if we'd all met our deepest calling. And we might be on the way there, but we certainly haven't reached it yet. And I feel with this, it's kind of like, come on, you can guard yourself and be that, you know, force for change in your own life as well. There's definitely something that's developing in your inner life here, your inner psyche. But I'm not a psychologist, so I can't really tell you what that is. So it's just something that seems like it's coming in for you. Okay, let's see what's going on for you. What's going on for Cancerians for... Whoa, okay, you want to come through? You know, actually, immediately when this came out, they said, this is you. Because people may think, oh, Cancerians, they don't mean anything. They're fine. They're not going to be, you know, anything apart from nice and wonderful and cozy and joyous. Sometimes if you get yourself riled up, you can be a tornado. You can be very stormy. But to me, this is a season of change. This is a season of things swooping you around, challenging you. You can see the day. I mean, interestingly enough, you've got lightning twice here. So there's a spark of something. Maybe, again, you are the storm. If something's coming through, you can say no. You know, this is the highest point of thing. Maybe there is something that you have to postpone, actually, because of storms coming through. Or maybe you are terrified of something happening again. and you can feel it bubbling and burning in you. So in order to protect yourself against this, it could be a health issue, it could be, somebody, an ex coming back, and you're like, oh my god, I don't want these feelings again, no, I can't go through this again. Say no. Honestly, that's the best thing I can tell. If somebody's coming back into your life, or if something you feel yourself going into the same patterns that got you into a bit of a tiswas before, say no to it. Honestly, do not let it take your life over again. And I'm just going to take one more. Seventh chakra, Uriel. So yeah, you might be in your head too much. You might be so spiritually aware that you're absorbing everything. Just try and ground yourself through the rest of you. But honestly, Cancerians, this is such a nice, supportive reading, because Spirit's saying no, know your boundaries. Don't take any crap from people. Keep working at it. And just kind of block yourself up as much as you can. Not saying forever, but just as much as you want, in order to unclear the fog that may be around you, and also to allow you to develop in the way that you want to develop. So that could be something that you really need to continue with. Basically, it could be something that's coming through for you now. But do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading, I can do that for you as soon as possible. Just email me or go through the website. I do phone readings now, for those of you who are interested in those. And also, if you'd like to join me on Patreon for additional pick a card readings, all the information is down below. But thank you so much, my gorgeous Cancerians, for being with me. It's always a pleasure speaking with you, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Take care, everybody. See you in July.